Hey guys, how you going there today? My name's Brendan and I'm going to take you through the intro to Good Riddance by Green Day. Now, in the last section we went through the chords and how to play them correctly and how to practice them up to a point when you're ready to now start with the arpeggio, the intro and the first verse. So this is a little tricky, and now it's an arpeggio, and what we're going to do is we're going to first look at the right hand picking exercise, and what we're going to do, we're just going to isolate that. So let's just hold down the G chord, the first chord there, and let's start off with the first note. So we're starting on the G, which is the 3rd fret on the 6th string there. So down on that first string there, so down on the 6, and then we're going to go down on 3. So let's just, so 1, 2, so down on 6, then down on 3. So 1, 2. Repeat that a few more times. 1, 2, 1, 2. So the next note, 1, 2, and. So we're going to go up on the 2nd string. 1, 2, and. Let's repeat that a few more times. Down, down, up. So down on the E string, down on the G string, up on the B string. So it's 1, 2, and. So the next note after that is we go back up to the G string. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and. So it's down, down, up, up. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and. So if you look at that, we don't play on the 3rd beat. We play on the and. So it's off the beats there. So it's the rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, and. So when I'm hitting there, that means we play. We're playing when we play. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and. So if we look at that again, so it's 1, 2, and 3. So sorry, 1, 2, and 3, and. 1, 2, and 3, and. 1, 2, and 3, and. So the best way to do that is just slow it down. 1, 2, and 3, and. So now if you look at the rhythm, it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So on the 4, we go down on the D string. So it's, let's start from the beginning. So down on the E, down on the G, up on the B, up on the G, and then down on the D. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So down on the G, not G, down on the G again, open G, up on the 2nd string, which is the D, up on the G, then down on the D. So the last note is back up on the open G. So it's down, down, up, down, up. So if we look a little bit closer there, so it's going to be down on the 6th string, down on the 3rd string, up on the 2nd, up on the 3rd, down on the 4th, up on the 3rd. So this at the beginning in the verse, it repeats on the G twice. So there's 2 bars of the G. So once we've done 2 rounds on the G, we move across to the C add 9. Now the C add 9 pattern is exactly the same pretty much as the G, but we just play the 5th string instead of the 6th string. So it's 5, down on 5, and then down. So down on 5 and then down on 3. Let's practice that. 5, 3. Down on 5, down on 3, and then up on 2. Down 1, 2, and. So 5, 3, up on 2. 1, 2, and 3, and. So 5, 3, 2, 3. Down, down, up, up. 1, 2, and 3, and. 1, 2, and 3, and. 1, 2, and 3, and. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So we go down onto the 4th string. So 5, 3, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up. And then we finish on the open G again. It's up. So down, down, up, down, up. So if we look at that, so we go down, down, up, down, up. So 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. So that is, we just play that once. So if we look at the beginning, so if we look at, we play twice on G, once on the C, add 9. Okay, so the best way to practice that change, so is to, that's quite tricky, moving from the G to the C. So what we want to do is practice the last note of the G, arpeggio, so up on the 3rd string of the G, and then as we go up on the 3rd string of the G, we move across and then go down on the 5th string of the C. So we move up as we go up on the 3rd string, we're holding down the G chord, but then we move across and then go down onto the 5th string of, well, with the C chord, C add 9. So up on the G string, the last, so we're pretending to do the last note of the arpeggio of the G chord. So we're up on the open G chord and then down on the 5th string. So let's just practice that. So this is the coordination, we're isolating the change. So this is really going to help the chord change, which is the hardest part of the song here with the arpeggio. Now the next chord is the D sus4. So with this pattern, we're going to go from the D string. So what it is we go down on 4, down on 4, then down on 3. So it's 1, 2, down on 4, down on 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and so it's down on the open D, down on the 3, up on the 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, and so down on 4, down on 3, up on 2, up on 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and so down on G, sorry, down on D, down on the G string, up on the D, up on the B, up on the G, down on the D, then up on the G again. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So now if we put this together, we do. So now if we look at the change again from the G chord, let's go up on the last note of the G, which is going to be, if we look at it, it's going to be the G string again. So up on the G string and then down on the D string. So that's going to help with the change. So up on the G when holding the C chord, and then move to the D chord and down on the open D string. So up on the G string and then change to the D chord, and then down on the D string. Alright, so I'm out of time for today, but I hope that helps, and I'll see you guys in your next lesson. So any questions, just email me at morelloguitarschool.com@morelloguitarschool@gmail.com. Thank you.